Find the distance and midpoint between the points 2, -3 and 6, -5. The distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1, the quantity squared, plus y2 minus y1, the quantity squared. So we'll take our 2 points and we'll label them x1, y1, and x2, y2, and we'll substitute those values into the distance formula, giving us the square root of x2 minus x1, 6 minus 2, that quantity squared, plus y2, -5, minus y1, -3, the quantity squared. That gives us the square root. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. -5 minus -3 is a -2, and when we square -2 we get +4. This gives us the square root of 20, and the square root of 20 can be simplified to 2 times the square root of 5. So there is our distance between the 2 points. The second part of the problem was to find the midpoint between the 2 points, and the way we find the midpoint is we take our 2 x coordinates, add them together, divide that by 2. That's the whole thing is the x coordinate of the midpoint. And then we do the same thing for the y coordinates. We'll add our 2 y coordinates together and cut that in half and think of that as being an ordered pair or a point. So our 2 x coordinates were 2 and 6. So we'll add those together, 2 plus 6, cut that in half. And then we'll also add our 2 y coordinates together. They were -3 and -5. So we'll take -3 plus -5, add them together, cut that in half, and it looks like our midpoint will be 8/2, which is 4. -3 plus -5 is -8. -8 divided by 2 is -4. So again, our 2 answers: what's the distance between the 2 points? 2√5. And what's the midpoint between those 2 points? That occurs at the point 4, -4.